guys, so I finally saw Paranormal Activity 3 after a long time of just waiting to see it. And I had heard that it was the scariest of the three, that people couldn't even finish the movie, like they were leaving the theater. I heard it like built up so much, and I just heard it was the best one out of the three. So I was really expecting to be really scared. Also, just for reference, I love Paranormal Activity 1 and 2. They're some of my favorite movies. I think they're brilliant. I love the way they're made. I love the whole idea of them. The acting is like my favorite, so I love them. Anyway, so overall about Paranormal Activity 3, I loved it. I love these movies. They're so cool. But I have to say that when I was finished with the movie, I was like, that's it? Like, I was expecting it to be so much more scary than it was. I'm not saying that this movie was not scary. I'm not saying that at all, because this one and the other two are really scary. But I thought that this one might have been maybe the least scary of the three, or just at, like, on the same level as the three. It definitely, for me, was not scarier than the other two. I was really surprised about that, because I am very easy to scare. It doesn't take much, any movie that's like a horror movie and I'll probably get freaked out. But I was expecting so much more. I guess because of how people hyped it up and how scary they said it was, I was just expecting something so much more than, what happened in this one. So I think it was just, like, the scariness factor was typical for these types of movies, but it wasn't any worse than the other two, I wouldn't say. However, I did not sleep last night because I couldn't stop thinking. I can't get it out of my head. These movies drive me nuts. I love them when I'm watching them, and then when I'm trying to sleep, or even, honestly, even when I'm on my way home from the movie theater or walking around my house after I saw it, like, seriously, last night I was expecting to see, like, what's her name, the grandma Louise or something, I forgot her name, but the grandma, when she's standing in the, like, the hallway towards the end, I was expecting her at, like, the end of the hallway, and the whole, like, idea, like, the whole storyline, didn't leave my mind at all last night. So, when I was trying to sleep, I kept picturing, an invisible person in my room, watching me, so that was really freaky, and I know it's stupid, but it's not my fault. My brain did it. My favorite part, I think, or the scariest part for me, might have been when the earthquake happens and you see, like, the dust fall on the outline of him. That freaked me out. That was really good. Everything with the white sheet was really freaky, but one thing I didn't like about it was when he was behind the babysitter in the sheet, he looked like he was like 4 feet tall. Like, he looked really short, and that was not scary. It looked like a little kid. So I don't get why he was that short under the sheet, but whatever. I think one thing that didn't make this as scary, I mean, it was freaky, but it wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be, or maybe even as scary as the other two, because I didn't really get a sense that Toby was evil. Like, I didn't really get a sense that he was that mean, but I didn't really get a sense that he was that evil at any point, really. Something that I thought was kind of silly was when the older sister, I forgot their names, but the older sister gets her hair pulled up by Toby. It looks cool, and it's like, wow, that's weird, there's an invisible, like, person, but why would a demon, like, pull a little girl's hair? Like, that was kind of silly. I didn't get any sort of, like, evil demon-ness out of that. I mean, that part was kind of like as if a little kid, like, got the ability to be invisible, and he went around to, like, some girl in his class and, like, picked her up by the hair. Like, that wasn't scary to me at all. So I think that Toby could have been scarier, at least for me. Everything, the idea of someone being there next to you is what really freaked me out, but Toby necessarily wasn't that scary. I mean, he looked like he was like 4 feet tall in the sheet, and he pulled her by the hair. Like, it was kind of, I don't know, he was not very scary, but the idea was totally freaky, and I can't stop thinking about it, and I think it was done brilliantly. I love these movies. This movie, even though I'm saying it wasn't as scary as I thought it would be, was still awesome. Like, these movies are incredible. I think they're just really cool, and I love everything that they're about. I love how unique they are. I love how they take literally just the idea of somebody could be there, you don't know, you only see him if this happens, like there's an earthquake and something falls on him, if you put a sheet over him, it was that kind of thing. And that scares me the most because, like, it's all in your mind, so, and it's still in my mind, but yeah, that got me. Again, I thought the acting was just perfect for everybody, especially the girl that played the older sister. I forgot their names, but I think she really, really was good in this movie, especially the part where oh my god, I forgot to mention this guy. I forgot his name, but he was like the friend that came over, and he was babysitting the one girl at the one part that I'm going to talk about in a second, but he was hilarious. Everything that he said, his whole character was perfect. He was hilarious. I was laughing a lot. But, so I'm really glad that they had that, because that was like, it just added so much to the movie. But anyway, the part where he's babysitting the older girl, and they shut the door, you know, Toby is like banging on the door and it's all like going crazy. And the older girl's like crying. I thought it was so good because, you know, realistically, what is she, like 10 or 8 or something? Like, to have, you know, someone that young be able to really believe or make it look believable, like what's actually happening, I thought that was great. So I thought she was really good. So yeah, I really loved it. It was really freaky. And comment below if you liked it, if you saw it, what you thought of it, all that. And thank you for watching.